just a few of us kind of out in the woods, you know, pretending there were zombies around. It was just this like unbelievably humble production. You know, we didn't have trailers, we didn't have, you know, it was just a group of like real badass people who were like really believed in this. And Walking Dead, you know, look, man, when we got done last night, the first thing I did is I went straight to go meet Steven and Melissa and Norman, and like they're my family. Those folks will always be my family and in my heart. You know, like the way that show started, it just wasn't a phenomenon. It was just started on the backs of like real hard work and belief, and I'm so grateful I got to be there then, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm so grateful that I got to get at, you know, that I got to go do some other stuff and go do all these films. But I'll say, you know, with the whole Marvel universe, you know, I'm super, you know, at first I didn't really understand the way it worked, you know, and I don't even know if I still understand completely the way it works, but I'm so grateful to be a part of it because you know, it's they just do such good work, and I think the people that I've gotten to meet and work with, it's just such an unbelievable level of talent. You know, I was gonna say, you know, last night I came out and you know, made an announcement about Deborah Ann Woll, who's just like the greatest ever. You know, I'm so grateful she's gonna be on the show. But also I gotta say, you know, the opportunity that I had to work with people like Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, these guys are just like, they're equal parts unbelievable artists and great people, great human beings. And I'm just so honored that I got the opportunity and that I have them in my life. The same way that I feel about those guys that I started The Walking Dead with, you know, it's like they're family now, they live in my heart, and I'm super grateful that I get that. Did I even come close to answering the question?
Yeah, I think you certainly.
Yeah, anyway, it's all, I'm just extraordinarily fucking lucky and grateful. That's, yeah.
After you do like a character like Shane for a couple seasons, or even after you work on a movie for a couple months, are you the kind of guy that can just suddenly set aside that character and then just move on to the next gig, or do you have to sort of like detox a little bit, like get them out of your system?
I mean, sometimes you got to go jump right in. I mean, I've been doing that. I just finished a movie. I mean, like, yeah, sometimes I got to jump right in. It's tough. The best thing for me is my dogs. I got pit bull dogs, and they're my heart, man. And you know, my man Boss is, you know, Boss the dog is he's been my right hand man for you know, forever. You know, he's 12 years old now, and you know, he comes on every set and he comes with me. And I like to drive. You know, I like to take my truck and my dogs from set to set. So I think you know, it's we sort of clean out the trailer, get all my shit, throw it in the truck, and I look at Boss and I'm like, all right, man, it's another one down, you know. And it's that ride home, just him and me. It's sort of, I get to come back to kind of just being me. And he you know, there's nothing like a dog, man. There's nothing like a dog.
Yeah. As I was saying backstage, I got a pit too, and in the season 2 of Daredevil, you know, when Tony Curran is threatening the dog, I was watching that and I'm like, I don't know that Jon's acting right there. Like, I'm like, the rage that you could see there, I'm like, I could see that just being Bernthal's real thing. Is that kind of come close to it? Would you really easily channel that rage?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I hoped. It was great too.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Rob from right here in Queens, New York.
Hey-o.
The big question is, we all know agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are afraid of what's going to Manhattan and leaving you alone, but what would happen if the Punisher crossed paths with the Spirit of Vengeance Ghost Rider, and how would he win?
That's probably something, I don't know, can you get into that? Because that's speculating, and even speculation probably could end up on the internet in some way. Do you even...
Talk as a fan how he thinks the Punisher could beat it.
That's how I know you're from Queens, is you push back.
Yeah. I don't know. You answer the question, bro.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think?
Big guns.
Now you're talking.
There you go.
I'm down with that.
All right. Hey.
Oh, I'm Kanessa. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
What's up, Missouri?
Hi. I was just wondering, what was your favorite scene to film while you were doing Daredevil?
Season 2.
Yeah. Like you're, yeah.
Yeah, stupid ass, you were only on once a year. I'm like so careful. I'm like, what was my favorite? Oh, I don't know, man. It's like, it's hard, like favorite scenes, Look, I mean, to me, the brilliant writer named John Kelly wrote episode 4, and he gave me that monologue to write to say in the graveyard, to Daredevil, and I thought what he did was such a brilliant writer, and he's a Marine himself. He served our country, and you know what I'm saying? Semper Fi, dude, and like he just. It was such a beautiful piece of writing because I thought what it did is it just gave Frank this opportunity. He's a man who he ain't really about opening up, you know what I mean? And he gave him this chance to sort of tell exactly, where he was at, and that kind of gave him the opportunity. And I think what's so brilliant about, the way that Netflix kind of delivers content is that it gives you as a performer and as the writing team, it gives you an opportunity to be very bold with the storytelling. So you can literally do something that perhaps the audience, you can turn your back on the audience and challenge the audience to say, you know what, this guy just went too far. He did something so brutal or so violent that I don't know if I can follow this guy anymore. But then you get an opportunity like that to say, well, this is where I'm coming from. And because you don't have to wait a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks for the content to come back, you can just be more bold. I don't know if that makes sense, but it totally makes sense to me. But anyhow, so that was just a gift to sort of get that opportunity to show Frank. But look, the stuff in the prison, working with D'Onofrio in the prison fight was just a lot. Like I get the stunt team is just incredible, and those Marvel shows, all of them are unbelievably ambitious, and the stunt performers that they employ, I think, are the best in the business. Eric Linden is my double. Me and him train together every day. He's a beast. We're always challenging each other, pushing each other, and Phil Severa was he was just such an honor to work with him, and yeah. So look, it's tough to say, like, what the question was, what was the funnest scene or favorite scene? Favorite scene? Yeah, I loved a whole bunch of them, but, yeah, sorry. Yeah, right on.
You got there.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you got there. The Netflix model, do you like the fact...
I suck at this. What's that?
I said, with this Netflix model, do you like the fact that it's... I mean, you said, like, you don't have to wait, but you don't have to have, like, these forced cliffhangers either.
Yeah, man, because a lot of the times in TV, it's like the last 10 minutes of an episode is sort of telling you where you're going to go and making you wait for the next one. And the first 10 minutes of an episode is sort of, this is where we were last week. And it's kind of cool to just not have to deal with that shit and just sort of say, like, you can just watch when you want to watch.
It's like, it's a chapter of a book.
That's it. It's a 13-hour movie, It's not really episodic, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Cool.
Hi, I'm Kelly. You touched on this earlier about how family was your theme through the whole season, and I really felt it the whole time. Was it something where you were able to get the scripts ahead of time and read all of them, since it is a series that drops on the same day, or did they tell you before you started filming the first episode what your motivation was?
What my motivation was?
Well, the story about your family, your backstory. Was it something you had ahead of time? Because it felt like the thread went through the whole series. It wasn't just when we became aware of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole thing for Frank's journey in Daredevil season 2, I think the whole thing was, it was pretty recent. He was still very much reeling and unhinged because of what happened. It was everything was in reaction to that. I don't necessarily think it was the Punisher, I think it was Frank Castle. There's no part of him was really interested in ridding Hell's Kitchen of the criminal element. He just wanted to find who did that to his family and tear them apart. I mean, like, that's what it was about. So it's that's just kind of like where he was at that point. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Who do you think is more messed up, Shane or Frank Castle? Not just because of the family stuff, but just the personal angst that he carries around with him. Because they both carry a little bit of angst around with them. Who's
But you're asking me?
I am asking.
I don't know, man. I mean, what do you, you know, man? I mean, everyone's trying to do the best they can, man. You know what I mean?
Hi, my name is Nick. I'm from right here in New York. I just wanted to tell you that, and this is just a comment about your portrayal of the character, about how you said it means a lot to you to make him as accurate and as come to life as possible because of people in the military.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that, you really have knocked it out of the park on this one, because watching your character, it really reminded me of two people who I knew in my life, one who was in the Army and one later on of a drill sergeant, one of my drill sergeants in basic training, who I knew, and your character really brought that home, reminded me of them, and I just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
brother.
thank you for your service. Yeah, like Frank's superpower really is sort of this tactical mind, right? Like this thing that he learned through the military. Is that something that you kind of glean by talking to a lot of guys in the military? Did you kind of get a peek into how they think about things?
Yeah, look, it's the best part of what I do
Yeah.
is the guys that I get to meet and form relationships with and train with, and the things I learn and the privilege. Anybody, if you have a vet in your life, if they give you the honor and you have the privilege of having them open up to you and talk about their experience, no matter what it is, that's just I don't know. I just feel so unbelievably privileged that I've been in that kind of situation, and that men and women have opened up to me about their experiences, and I've gotten to kind of, I know how much that's worth. That's real value to me, and it's just it's such a, I'm just extremely lucky by it. So yeah, I mean, as far as like Frank's superpower, I think it's really like kind of a testament to the human condition, and it's like at the end of the day, man, it's like human drive, human determination, human rage, channeling that and getting behind that, it's like that is a superpower.
Yeah, well, and yeah, just that tactical ability, it really makes him sort of the I don't want to compare him to any other superhero, but sort of like the Batman of the Marvel universe, the guy that can really kind of think his way around everything, which gives him that edge. I mean, that's an appeal I have for that character anyhow. Let's take a question.
Hi, John.
Hey.
I'm Patrick from Brooklyn.
Hey,
Big
man.
fan of your work, particularly Walking Dead and your work playing the Punisher.
Thanks,
so I have
man.
a little bit of a mashup question for you.
Cool.
How would Frank Castle be able to handle the zombie apocalypse? And would he do better than Shane did?
Better than Shane?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can. Yeah, that's a whole different story, man. Yeah. Frank Castle, man.
That would make Frank Castle Carl Grimes' father. That would be there's like a story idea for you.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Will.
What's up, Will?
My question is, Frank Castle is just so badass in season 2, but he's still really relatable. How did you walk the line between just kicking ass and being relatable?
Thanks, man.
Don't look at me for the answer. I got nothing.
No, thanks, man. That means a lot to me. I don't know what I don't know. I mean, again, I think it's just about trying to, I guess, make it as personal as possible,
I can ask an easier question.
Yeah, ask me something easier, bro.
Well,
Sunday,
where'd you buy
man.
that hat?
Say what?
Where'd you get that hat? I like it.
Man, I was at a Comic-Con and a unbelievably awesome fan made this for me. And,
It's very cool.
Yeah. It's awesome. I wear it all the time. It's another thing that I wear that my wife hates too. I don't know. I got to ask her what she hates more, the beard or the hat. So I try to put them together. Maybe they'll cancel each other out.
I mean, but as far as the relatable question, I mean, you kind of answered it before. It's like everybody has a parent, everybody has a loved one in their life, everyone has, like, so that's it. It's that, whether it's a child, a spouse, whatever it is, I think that's exactly what makes him relatable.
Look, man, I think with any of these things, I mean, I think like it's probably, at any point, by the way, if you see a red dot on me, that's the Marvel folks. So because I'm getting too close to saying, so look, I see that red dot there. I'm like, oh shit.
No, they would take me out first as like a warning. Like,
no, I think they take me out first, bro. But like, I just know, like, so let's talk like with Shane. I think that there's a. It's like the loneliness. It's like you got to get in touch. I think to like play him as like, oh, he's this guy who just wanted to like, sleep with his best friend's wife and he was evil and shit like that. I just think you're really doing the audience a big disservice. I think it's like everyone's been in that situation where they've been in love with somebody that they can't have and they've been, just unbelievably, jealous and they've been unbelievably. You just got to, I think, kind of really sort of dive into the situation that the character's in and feel it for real and not worry about, am I going to be relatable or am I going to be likable or am I going to be funny or I just don't think that stuff. I think you just got to go for it. Try to make it your own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right on. Hi.
Hi, I'm Joseph from Southampton.
What's up, bro?
I just wanted to know.
Is that like the Hamptons?
The Hamptons, yeah.
Oh, cool, man. All right. I've never been there, but I heard about it. Like big parties and shit.
So, perfect transition from what you were talking about. Judith, is she Shane's baby?
Yes. Of course. Of course. I mean, you realize I'm about as in the know on that show as like, yeah, you probably know more me. Like they don't give me shit, man. They're like, pack your bags, get out of here, man. But yes, I think she will have a giant nose and huge ears, and you will definitely see that she's Shane's baby. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, man.
That's what I meant when I said Carl Grimes. I said Carl Grimes and not Judith. That would make Frank.
You've been messing up left and right, bro.
I know, man.
I'm just fucking with you.
I know. Over here.
Say who what?
What?
Oh, really?
Well, if Chris Hardwick says it, it must be true. Hi.
Hi, my name is Amanda. I'm from the city. So in Daredevil Season 2, I loved Frank and Karen's relationship. I think I'm not the only one because I was here for the big announcement yesterday.
Thank you.
So I was wondering what your favorite part of their dynamic is.
Oh man, I just everything. I love working with her. She's just awesome. She's brilliant and she's so smart and she's a bold actress. She's courageous and look, I don't know how much I can say. I mean, like I can't say shit, dude. I just really dig her. I really dig her and I think. I dig it as much as you. I love like days that I know that I'm working with her are like good ass days. Yeah.
Those season 2 scenes between you two, it was compelling because she could see she looked at a man and not just the monster, and she could see like the human in there and not just like a maniac, and that really came out with both of you guys' performance.
Big time. Karen Page is an unbelievably fascinating character, and her backstory and all the secrets and all the stuff that it's a very, very cool character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, my name is Alex Froyo. I'm from Brazil.
What's up, man? Brazil.
Don't ask me about that.
What do you mean?
I'm just going to shake my head no.
Okay. Oh, really? All right, cool, man.
Shit. Frank Castle has sometimes crossed the path of Captain America in the comics. And do you think your Punisher would raise a hand to Captain America?
Would raise a hand. I think that's probably that's where I'm a bad cop. And I'm going to say probably can't answer.
What do you think, man?
Well, if we're going off of the comic Civil War, no.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Brazil.
Hey, my name is Jack. What do you find to be the most daunting aspect of portraying the Punisher?
Daunting. See, they're asking acting questions too, man. It's not just me.
No, you're great, man. I'm just. Say what? What'd you say? You can say it again. Shit, I just want to piggyback off of what you said. Would you? I love you too. Thank you. Look, I don't want to get too into it. Look, guys, it's a tough thing because we're doing it. I just think the headspace. It's a dark place to live in. It's just a dark place to explore. That's what's daunting about it. But it's what I suck, dude. I'm sorry.
It's not the fans dealing with all these questions. I'm sure this is terrifying.
What's that? Without the
Dealing
fan?
with all of us.
I love y'all. No, I mean, like I want to just do. I just really want to do right by you. I really want to do right by. I know how much this. He's not mine. He's comic. I've said before. Comic book character. The act of reading a comic means that you have these captions. You have this art and you have these words, but it requires the reader to infuse so much of their own imagination. So these characters, they live in the hearts and the imagination of the fans. So it's like there's a sense of belonging there that I respect and I agree with. So it's like you got to get this right. You can't just ignore everything that's been out there and just you got to do your work. You got to So I guess that's a little daunting. But no, talking to y'all is like, no, I'm not even a little bit nervous. I'm nervous I'm gonna mess up and say some shit that I'm not supposed to say. But I love you guys. No, fuck it.
Well, we love you.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Well, you just outside of Punisher, you also just rapped with Baby Driver with Edgar Wright, correct? Yeah. I'm just curious about that's coming out in 2017, I think.
Yeah, there's a bunch of I mean, yeah.
I mean, just talk about the experience of working with Edgar, because that guy. I mean, he's a fan as well of all this stuff, but just like his directing style and just how you kind of clicked on that set.
Yeah, no, Edgar's great, man, and it's a great cast. Kevin Spacey and John Hamm and Jamie Foxx, Ansel Elgort. They're. It's great. Look, it's a super ambitious movie. Again, on that one, I don't even know how much I'm supposed to say, but it's the whole movie is kind of. Yeah, it's just gonna be a dope movie, man. I think it's gonna be cool. But Accountant's coming out. Accountant's coming out next week.
Yeah.
I think that should be cool. And there's some cool. There's some cool other films coming out. I mean, there's a ton of cool films that I have nothing to do with that are coming out. But I got a bunch of movies coming out this year that I think should be pretty cool.
Well, you've been lucky to work with a lot of amazing directors and then share the screen with a lot of great actors. Yeah. But from the directing component, what makes a good director in your mind? What's the kind of director that you want to work with?
For me, the thing that's the same in all the greats, the thing that's the same is that they have this ability to have completely done their work. So they know it. They know the story. They have a very specific vision. They've done so much work, and they know. They're extremely prepared, but have this ability to completely let everything go in the moment and create an atmosphere where literally anything can happen, where it can change on a dime and it's alive and it's free. So it's this crazy kind of achieved combination of unbelievable preparation and unbelievable freedom that they just inspire everybody on set. It just becomes a set of where full creativity can flourish and flow. And all the great ones, the great ones that I've worked with, they're all so different, but they all have that same thing in common.
Do you like a director that's gonna show up and say, all right, John, this is what I want, or just lets you show up and do your own thing and then gives you notes or a nudge or whatever?
Just both, man. It's like both, just, no one to hold them, no one to fold them, when you're needed, get in there, but not, don't micromanage every little thing, and be smart enough to let some actor feel like they're figuring it out on its own. It's emboldening, you know what I mean? But creating the atmosphere, man. That I think is the biggest thing. But yeah, I've been super lucky the folks I've gotten to work for.
Yeah.
And you learn so much. It's the best thing about this job is you just keep learning, you keep growing, you keep trying to, get better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absorb everything around you, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, John. My name is Bilal.
What's up?
I'm from Teaneck, New Jersey, and
Teaneck.
yes, sir.
Cool.
Um, so as we
I don't know where any of y'all are from. I don't know any of these towns, man.
But it sort of sounds like you do. You're like, Teaneck in the house.
Well,
like,
yeah, but Teaneck,
like,
I mean, that's a cool name, Teaneck.
Teaneck?
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
It sounds like a Marvel villain.
Yeah, right.
So as we see that Daredevil's going to get his own team with the Defenders, is it possible we're going to see Punisher get in his own team like Thunderbolts?
I'm going to stop you there. But it's a good question.
Yeah, it's a good
Would
question.
you like to see that?
I would very much like to see that.
Cool.
Maybe the Marvel gods are listening.
Hi, I'm Jared. I'm from New York. Or
up?
John. I got a question. If your kids get bullied in school or your neighbor give you a hard time, do you ever think about letting the Punisher out of them?
Well, he would go to jail, but
What do you think, John?
I'm kind of wondering if I should cut off that question too.
Nah, man. I mean, you know. I mean, nah, man. I mean, I just, you know. I mean, my boys, they, they're 5 and 3, man. You know it, but they, yeah, I plead the fifth, brother. Yeah. Thank you for that, whoever said that, bro. There's a gangster in the house and shit.
Yeah. Hey there.
How's it going, John? This is Eric from New York.
Hey, man.
Just want to let you know, two quick things.
Yes, sir.
First of all, with all your dramatic characters, what do you go home and relax with? Like, what 3 movies would you go to decompress?
Ooh, I don't know that I did. You know, I think a lot of the times, bro. For me, like for a part like Shane or so, like a lot of these guys, like Grady, who I played in Fury, the job is not to decompress, right? The job is to do the opposite of that. So the job is to like get away all the bullshit that would make you decompress. For me, that's how I do it. Like I want to stay in it, like I don't want to be the kind of guy who's at the nightclub or I've said before, like eating a bunch of Chinese food and like being like, all right, now we're gonna play the scene where like you lost your fucking best friend or some shit, you know what I mean? Like I don't like doing that very much. But if I were gonna watch some stuff to just chill, I guess, when I wasn't working, I like Dazed and Confused. I can watch that movie. I can watch that movie over and over and over and over again, and it's True Romance. I feel the same way about. And honestly, like anything, any scores, like Goodfellas, Cape Fear. Like any of those, it's just like I just think they're the funniest fucking movie. I can just watch those over and over again. So I don't know if that answers your question, but man, there's so much good stuff to watch now, man. Like there's so much good stuff to watch, And so yeah. Anyway, yeah. What do you like?
Everything.
Yeah, right on, man. All right, cool.
Can I quick take a picture of you?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Well.
Yeah, do whatever you want, bro. Oh yeah.
Well, I know you and I have talked before about books. You read quite a bit. Like you've given me some good book suggestions before. So what are you checking out right now? Are you reading anything?
Yeah, I mean, look, the book that I'm like kind of like pumping, whenever anybody asks, the book I think everybody should read is this book called All Involved by Ryan Gaddis. It's an it will blow your minds. It's about it takes place in the wake sort of in the days of the LA riots, but it's told through the point of view of a bunch of different characters, and it's so good, man. It's such a badass book. And I I just read another book called Ghetto Side, which is really interesting. I'm kind of sort of staying sort of in that same theme. But like, yeah, if I was going to suggest one book right now, like check out All Involved by Ryan Gaddis. It'll blow your mind how good this book is. It's a bad book, man.
Does he know that? I mean, I would want to know if like someone was out there pimping my book a little bit.
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, man. He, actually, it's like I'm such a dipshit on the computer and stuff, but I use the old Twitter, man, and I followed him. You know what I mean? I was like, this might work, and I like wrote to him how much, and then we actually met and we got together, and then his old lady is real cool. She works at a school out in LA, in pretty rough community, whatever. So I went to the school and talked to the kids. They were putting on a play, and they were awesome. And like, we have a relationship now. He came to my birthday party. I like Ryan a lot, but and he's working on his next book. But I promise you, I mean, if y'all are into that kind of thing, y'all like books, like. Read this book. It's called All Involved by Ryan Gaddis. I promise you will fucking love this book. I promise you. If not, come throw shit on me. Like, you can do whatever you want, because I'm not worried about it. It's that good of a book. Yeah.
It's funny because it sounds like you had a bit of the fan moment with the author.
100%. Yeah. I was like, when I left, I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, the coolest thing happened. Like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe who I like. And he came and he talked to me and like, yeah. No, he's a beast, man. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, super cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm from New Jersey. I
Hi.
can say I'm really nervous, and I love you.
Don't be nervous. Stop. Don't be nervous. Nothing to be nervous about.
My question is another acting question. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay.
So.
Hey, I'm cool if you're cool. I just don't want to bore this, the snot out of y'all. Yeah.
No, you would never.
Okay.
So obviously, like, we all read the comics. We've all know the Punisher, and we've seen you in Daredevil. But like in your show, how are we gonna see you portray the Punisher? Like, are you gonna put specific mannerisms? Like, how are you gonna make it your own so that it's not a repeat of what we've already seen?
Ooh. You're such a sweet person, and that's such a good question, which you probably can't answer.
Right. Now I want to go like slam my head into a wall. Yeah. She's like, you mean I can't just do the same thing? It doesn't work? I'm just messing with you. I can't go to,
I do like that she set the bar really low for you. It's like, just so, don't repeat yourself, man.
Right,
like,
right. Thanks. Now I have something else to fucking be completely horrified about. Yeah. But thank you for that.
You did such a good job. Don't screw it up now.
Yeah,
okay?
I feel it anyways. I know. I'm gonna do my best. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Do you get actor anxiety, like, when you're doing a movie with De Niro? And I know we've talked about this before, but do you show up and you're like, I'm not good enough to be here right now? And experience that anxiety?
No, I mean, I think that the true greats. It's just the same thing I was talking about the directors. The true greats. They figure out a way to get rid of all that bullshit. Because if you're walking in, I think only an asshole walks around like a movie star, right? Like letting everybody know, hey, I'm, you know what I mean? But like the true artists, like the true great ones, they dispel that, and it's been that way across the board with I'll never forget, I did this movie Sicario, and I only worked a few days on it, and I came on and. Emily Blunt, man. I mean, first of all, great director with Denis. Like, this guy just totally did what I was talking about. He's up there with the Scorseses and the Polanskis and the great ones that I've gotten to work with. But Emily Blunt, like, just the way she was, she just made me. It was a tough part because I had to kind of come in there and like pick her up at a bar, then make out with her, then try to kill her, and then like get tortured in a car. Like, those were my days. And if she was sort of like. If she was sort of like, I'm Emily Blunt, you're, that shitbag from the zombie show, like that would be, what I'm saying? Like that would have been a tough thing, but instead she just like had that ability of being like, let's do this. Like, and I think the great ones, get the best, do. So I think also at the end of the day, man, we all put our pants on one leg at a time. I mean, I think maybe some of y'all do two at a time, but we all wear pants or skirts or whatever. You know what the hell I'm saying? Like we all eat, and we all go to the bathroom, and we all do the same shit, right? So like, there's no reason to. I mean, I think you got to be respectful of everyone, but I don't think you need to fear anybody. Like, I just don't think that like is gonna do anything really for you. And I think that a lot of times there's so much. I don't want to get like political, but I think there's so much like misunderstanding in our country right now, and we're so polarized, and people kind of believe in and want different things. And I just think like we're all so much closer to the same that anybody thinks. We all love our families. We all want the best for each other. And it's like trying to say, oh, these kinds of people do this or it's gonna get, it's all fear based. It's all being a huge, big, for lack of a better word, but like just like a huge wimp. Like I think that like. It's like if you don't be scared of people, man. You know what I mean? Like we all want the same thing. That's what I think.
Yeah, but that also sounds like good lessons before you're now sort of the captain of the ship, the top of the call sheet on this series, and it seems like having learned all those lessons kind of like prepped you for this gig now. No?
I mean, I'm gonna do the best I can, man. I hope so. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. I mean, just about treating other people with respect.
I think you should always treat everybody with hell's yeah. You know what I mean? But like, no matter what it doesn't matter. Yeah, no matter what, it's like everybody on that crew are like going to work together, man. It's like let's make this shit work,
Hey,
how you doing, John? My name is Dave from New Jersey.
How are you, buddy?
My question is, out of the whole entire Marvel universe, who would you, as the Punisher, like to have a one-on-one fight with, and why?
I can't, man. I can't. Why? I mean, like, who would you like to see me have a one-on-one fight with?
Probably Gambit.
Say again?
Gambit.
Huh. Oh, shit.
But what you can say though is like, I think you mentioned this to me before. The Joker in another universe. You could talk about the Joker, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I can because then there was this whole thing.
Oh, right. Okay,
yeah,
well then
sorry,
no Joker.
Bro. I'm sorry, guys. I suck. I'm sorry, bro.
I was trying to give you an out.
I know.
Made it worse.
I think, yeah. Sorry. You try.
Hi, my name is Iris.
What's up, Iris? What'd you do? You went, hee. What's Iris? Hee. I wish I could do that shit. Hey, I'm John. Hee. Like, right? Wouldn't that be funny? No. I mean, it'd be weird.
I don't know if you.
I mean, you sounded way better than you did. I couldn't sell that, huh?
I don't think you can sell.
But like,
that.
if you do, like,
not with the beard and the hat.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna work on it. Sorry.
Hi, Iris.
Yeah.
If you could be who is your favorite hero or villain in any?
Sorry, what?
Who is your favorite villain or hero in any universe, just personally?
Or book even, or like, movie or etc. Can I expand it like that?
Yes.
It doesn't have to be superhero.
Yeah. I got you. Look, I said it before, but like, I mean, I don't even know how many of you guys know the film, but I think like, I do think like Clarence from True Romance, right? Like Clarence, like I think here's this guy that's like completely like unassuming, but it's like you know like for love for like his family, like you cross him, like there's no lengths that he won't go to, and I also dig that like he kind of like keeps it cool the whole time, you know what I mean? And he say again. Yeah, man. Well, Elvis is it right, and like, man, I love that character, and I love that film so much, because it's so, he's such a humble character too. He doesn't. There's like no bravado. There's no bluster. You know what I mean? It's a really cool character. Yeah, it's such a good line, man. Yeah.
What was when you're a younger guy before you were doing this as a job? What was like a movie speech that you would kind of recite to yourself in the mirror or whatever? The one that you knew.
Man, there's so many. But like me and my best friend Dougie Thornell, man, we would like. You guys remember that movie Johnny Be Good?
Oh yeah.
Remember that? Like
Michael Keaton.
John Wayne. Who wants to grab a root and hang on? You know, I'm a winner. If you want to be a loser, you go to Russia. I'm a winner. I'm an American. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we like those. You know, Revenge of the Nerds. You know, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway.
you're an '80s kid. I forgot. Yeah.
I'm old as hell, dude. Yeah. Anyway, but like, yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, Jeremy Freeman. I'm from a little-known town of Melbourne in Australia.
Okay, what's up, dude?
My question is, and it's hard, like being one of the last ones, not to kind of sound a bit repetitive, but how do you like psych yourself up for the role of the Punisher? And for instance, Daredevil season 2, what was it like in between takes? Like, do you like talk to the other actors, or do you like rush off to the trailer so you don't like decompress? Or...
Yeah, Daredevil season 2. What was my Yeah, you know, yeah, I don't go to the trailer. No, but I don't. Yeah, I'm not talking much. It's pretty serious, man. Yeah, like I pretty. You know, music helps a lot, and you know, and yeah, I don't. Shit, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, not the trailer.
Not the trailer.
Just one other thing. If they were to ask you to appear in Fear the Walking Dead because it's like a prequel, would you do it?
Yeah, I don't think I would be. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have to see what it was that they wanted me to do, I guess, you know. But I probably wouldn't be allowed to do it. You know what I mean?
Guy's gonna be pretty busy for a while, so I don't know if he's gonna open it.
You like that show? You like Fear? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no, me too. No, it's dope. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could imagine it gets a little weird in between takes if you're having like this intense scene and then next minute you're just cracking jokes and
yeah, I don't do that.
Goofing off. Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Because you lose the.
I have no problem with people who do that. I just don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Guys, we have time for 2 more questions.
All right.
Oh shit! Sorry, y'all. There's so many more. What'd you say? Oh, love you too, man. I thought you said something totally different. I thought you were like. I'm like, what?
All right, I'm over here. Hi, I'm Lauren from Plainfield, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Actually, Robert Kirkman yesterday did say that Shane was Judas' dad on the panel.
Oh yeah.
So
he'll say
you know
anything,
that.
man.
My question is, we probably know that you have to like eat healthy and stay fit, but what is your favorite cheat meal?
Oh man.
That's a good question, though.
That is a good question. Fuck, I want one so bad. I haven't had, you know, yeah, I'm not
I'll
really.
buy it for you.
Yeah, will you? You gotta wait. We got some time. I can't. I'm on the no. Yeah, that's got a great title. Let's talk about diet, like actor diet bullshit. But yes, I would do like anything for some pizza, man.
I'll
Like
go get you like a pie.
I can't.
That's
Yeah.
cruel because you're surrounded by the best freaking pizza in the world.
Believe me, I know.
I really hope on your wrap party it's just all pizza, like as far as you can see.
Yeah. You know, do you want to do the speed thing? Can we do that, or is this?
I don't know how many we can go through, but
You guys want to do try to do as quick questions as you possibly can. We'll try to do a 1-word answer. All right. I'm gonna cut you out. Okay, as fast as we can. Ready? Go.
Yes, no.
What's up? I'm Jeremy from Long Island.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not do the introduction. I love you, Jeremy, but yeah.
How would Shane handle Negan?
You beat his ass.
Yeah. All right, faster.
Hi, what draws you to dark characters?
The darkness.
There you go.
What was your favorite weapon to use in Daredevil season 2? What was your favorite weapon?
That's so hard. Oh man, there's so many. You know, all right, shard of glass when I slit that dude's throat and blood all over me.
How did you react when you got cast as Punisher?
Super happy, super scared.
Who's your favorite character on the Daredevil cast?
Oh shit, man.
You can't answer that.
All of them. Sorry, dude. I love them all. I really do love them all. Sorry.
While you're speed rounding questions, can this fan give you a gift?
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I just want to
grab
say
you.
I love the 1-batch, 2-batch scene.
Thank you.
And I want to say I really like to see Spider-Man where he gets turned into the man spider and you have to track him down.
Hell's yeah, Tom Holland, dude.
Yeah,
Tom Holland.
Yeah, Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, y'all. That's my man.
Which role did you like more, your part in Walking Dead or Punisher?
I love it. It's like I can't. I love what I'm doing while I'm doing it, man. Yeah, I can't pick. Sorry.
Who'd win in a fight, Punisher or Batman?
Punisher.
You came out to Rage Against the Machine. I want to see what other metal music you kind of really like.
Danzig. I listen to some Danzig.
There you go, Danzig. Come on, man. Come on.
Really?
Was it better working with Ben Affleck or Brad Pitt?
I love them both.
Favorites.
Yeah, I love them both.
Love them both. Yeah.
Would you rather punish Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump?
This will be the last.
That would get him a call from the Secret Service either way, so no.
This will be the last question.
As actors, who would win, you or Charlie Cox?
As actors?
Fighting, straight up fighting.
Ask Charlie Cox.
Ooh, okay. Do you think the Punisher and Deadpool will be really good friends?
Real quick.
Hi. Who do you want to win? Your Punisher versus Tom Holland's Spider-Man? And also, can I take a quick selfie of you?
Punisher, come on.
From there, yes.
Have people openly expressed to you not to fuck up the role of Punisher?
Yes, all the time, dude. You just did again. Thank you.
Okay, you can have one but not the other. Would you rather be able to feel sex or taste food but you can't feel sex? You can feel sex, but you can't.
Oh.
Feel sex.
If you can feel sex, you can't taste your food. If you can taste your food, you can't feel sex for the rest of your life. Which one?
That's freaking deep.
Sorry.
I love my wife.
Pizza or tacos?
Who?
Pizza or
Pizza,
tacos?
man.
Pizza.
How violent can we expect the Punisher to be?
Man, come on. I love you, bro, but come on.
Liquor or beer?
Who?
Liquor or beer?
Nah, I ain't drinking, man. I'm working.
Here, go.
How hard was it to do the voice for Punisher?
Hard.
Daredevil, Jessica Jones, or Luke Cage first season. What was your favorite?
Ooh.
Favorite.
I like them all. They're, defenders.
Yeah. Well played.
Hi. I wanted to know for one actor to another, what advice you would give.
Don't worry about what you got. Don't worry about getting into the right rooms. Worry about what you're gonna do when you get in those rooms.
Yeah.
What was your favorite role that you portrayed in TV or movies?
Oh shit, man. I love them all. I really can't pick, but I love them all. I love them all. I love you too. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Defenders.
Did you get to hang out with the dog from season 2 that was your dog?
Did I what?
Did you hang out and?
A little bit. Yeah, I wanted to hang out with him more, but he's kind of yeah.
We're all done.
Okay,
We're done. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
New York Comic Con! Give it up for Jon Bernthal!
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot.